Welcome back, gentlemen. I've been thinking about it, and I think I might actually do some light tank divisions. Like proper light tank divisions, as in light tanks. Here. What's that? Combat with? I don't have enough points yet, but I will have them soon. Can I actually add them here? I can. I don't know what adding them over here does. I don't think anything, but it looks nicer. How long are we looking here? Not long. It's 2 days. Which means we're going to have to get some motorized infantry as well. I'm not going to start making them straight away. I just think it really does help if I've got a small battalion of, say, 6 to 10 light tanks, which I will, which I take direct control over in war. I usually end up going medium tanks for that purpose, but they're not quite as good at it. And it's nearly 1939. We should go concentrating. Yeah, we're not going to lose that much out by doing that. Look at production. The efficiency bonus we're getting from this is at 80% now, which means that we're getting 2 a day, which means it's 88 days until we fill our needs. I am probably going to declare war before then. You know what? 88 days? I think we can wait that long. How's the war with... I'll just check how the war with... okay, Japan's not making that much of an inroads. They tend to be a bit hit and miss, Japan. They will probably end up beating China. They sort of get a resurgence at a certain point. But I think that overall... Hey, Bulgaria. How about we improve relations and boost party popularity? I'd really like to get them in my faction. Even at the expense of political power. What's Italy doing? Befriend Bulgaria. Actually, you know what? Don't bother. Okay, we're going to try and wait for this to proc. That'll boost the fascism in Bulgaria. Now, what do you... You don't think the enemy is superior, which is really nice. You guys should come up here. And that's a full proper unit with medium tank. Units are also at experience level 3, which gives them a boost. I think a bunch of them should be, yeah, a whole heap are. Everyone else is pretty happy with the plan. Actually, if they're happy with the... it's hard to decide. I do want to see... If we're at war with Turkey, we probably won't be able to bring Bulgaria into the fold. I think we'll go to war with Turkey now and just deal with it. Yeah. I think it's time. Italy wants to send a bunch of volunteers, that'll help. Really is important that we establish a proper beachhead here. Although apparently we're pushing out real quick. Faster than I've really seen it happen before. Wow, we're steamrolling them because of these, oh, so good. That's ridiculous. That has to be unintended, right? Like, no one ever thought, what happens if they do this? We are sort of semi-losing here. The Marines are... Oh. Okay, Germany's grabbed Mamel. We're even winning up here, and I didn't expect to win up here. And it's almost certainly because of this bonus here. Like, it just destroys the enemy. Okay, Italy is helping us out. Infrastructure effort, we're getting real close to getting the extra research slot. We can modify our government. And we will grab a small arms. Motorization. Or artillery. Motorization I don't want to do because we don't have enough left in it. Artillery or small arms, what's going to benefit us better? Small arms, like that's really nice to have. But infantry, that's also really nice to have. I think we just go well, we decided earlier that our infantry is worth more attack in our main units, so we'll support the artillery. And we've also got the extra support units as well that are artillery, so we will go with the artillery designer and speed up that research. Apart from that, we probably want infantry expert next. I probably wanted an infantry expert just then, but I forgot about it. Once these two meet up, things are going to get a lot better for us. Bulgaria is still Bulgaria, not legionary, but their fascism will increase because of Italy's influence. We're about to hit there. Once that hits, new line here. They've joined up. Everyone get on this line please, and go. And once we take over here, it's going to be even better for these units up here. I wonder, what are we getting attrition for? Is that low supply? I don't think it's low supply, I think it's probably because we're in mountains. Yeah, we're moving in mountains. That 40%, so that means there's a high chance of infantry equipment breaking. Here we go. So if you look at our medium tanks, our reliability on those medium tanks is higher than 100% when we're moving through mountains, which is what you want to aim for. That means that you don't... I'm pretty sure it means all you're losing moving through mountains is some manpower. You're not losing any infantry equipment / production. I think at this point... How's our medium tank? Nearly there. Once that hits parity, we will be changing our last two units here over to that. And we're also going to be grabbing... We need a production line on motorized. Yeah. And we have filled our infantry equipment needs. I'm not going to get rid of that because you always need more goddamn military. You know, I am gonna scale it back slightly for now. You always need more infantry. We're gonna need some rubber from probably United Kingdom. It's gonna be a while before we go to war with the United Kingdom. We're going fascist, but apart from our early expansion goals, we want to fight the Axis first. And it really depends. The way we do that is going to depend on what happens with Italy and Albania. I suspect they're going to... Yeah, okay. Albania is going to be occupied in a second. What's Germany currently doing? No, we can't see it. It's because they probably have encryption rather. That we can't see that. We'll get that stuff soon. Soon we'll have 5 research... Soonish we'll have 5 research slots. We've got 50 factories. By the time we finish this, we'll have 70, which is going to allow us to get the additional extra research slot, which is really going to help us. Both short and long term. Probably means that one of those slots is just like I sort of count the 5th research slot as free. You only really need 4 research slots to keep up. So the 5th one I'm going to throw into medium tank 2 ahead of time, because that's going to be one of the biggest sort of force multipliers for our army, getting an extra armor. I should actually look. What's the current armor on you? Did I rather stupidly make... No. Okay, so we don't need this. I'll accidentally use it. We have more troops. They can continue to join... Actually, I'll move them up here first so we don't lose planning bonus. We're losing a battle here, but that's because there's like 7 of them. Okay, Germany's World War II is getting close. Germany's done that. They're going to be going for Poland. They'll do Danziger War first, so we've got at least 70 days. We've got at least 140 days before World War II kicks off. But it's still going to be a little dicey as to whether this war finishes. I don't think Turkey has much in the way of... yeah. So Turkey is less than 45%, so... Next research, not very nice. By the time we take Istanbul and Ankara, that should be more than enough to finish them off. Just because we're having some problems down here, I am going to reposition my forces. We don't actually... there's nothing down there that we want. So I'm just going to move this line here. Oops. So, just going to move this line down here. Okay. I'm just going... Can I not do this? Why is it being so funky? There we go. Move that up there, just to push the front from this direction. And they'll reposition forces accordingly. Because there's nothing down here that we want. We want Ankara more than anything else. You can win this fight, so do it, please. You probably can, just. The problem with the... actually, what do our mountain troops look like? Our mountain troops are huge, wow. Too big, 24 combat width. No. Bad designer. 20 combat width. You are picking up a bunch of stuff. Range is nice. Mountain Hill Fighter's Ice, you're level 6. How are you doing? You're level 3. How long until level 4? Okay, once he hits level 4, I'm going to switch him out. Actually, you know what? I'm going to switch him out now. What's he... yeah, I'm going to switch him out now. I'd rather have 2 level 3s than 1 level 4 and 1 level 1. Okay, we've got Field Hospital. Very, very nice. 1939. We're not ahead of time on any of this anymore. I am going to just grab Field Hospital too. That maintenance company I think is mostly sufficient there for some time. So we're going to grab Field Hospital 2, which will increase our trickleback. How's our support? Support equipment, we're actually in deficit now. We're going to need to boost how many of those we're making. I'll sacrifice that for now. And I'm just going to go ahead and do it. Again, it's not ideal to do things this way. That's going to hurt our organization. The organization of these units is a little low. Like, we look at these guys. Yeah. The organization, well, effectively though, even though their organization is low, it's times by 1.5, so that's not too bad. I would like to get some more organization here though, to the point that I'm probably going to do this. Hurts our soft attack, but 43 organization, I'm a lot more comfortable with that than with the artillery. What we really want... oh, they're combat with 19 now, so we can actually add 2. No, that takes off to 21. Is anything 1 width? Apart from artillery? Only artillery. No, artillery's 3. Nothing is 1 combat width. That's not great. I don't want to go to 21, because that'll mess up the calculations. Like, if you look at these battles, the combat width, like 80, if we had 21, we'd only ever be able to put 3 units in instead of 4 units. So I think we do just take the hit and go slightly under combat width, and we may change that later. I mean, I could get rid of the artillery altogether, but that soft attack is too nice. Yeah. They should still be kicking ass. Like, yeah, they're still, their soft attack is still more than, like, a lot higher than the enemies, and their defense is going to be ridiculous. Their armor value, armor is 16.13. So every Every one of these you add lowers their armor. So their effective armor is now at full strength, now is 21.2. That's going to be enough for some time. It's probably not going to be enough after the War with the Axis. After the War with the Axis, we're going to have to change these around a fair bit. But after the War with Axis, we'll probably also be looking to mechanize a fair bit. So we may just be looking at entirely new units altogether and just grandfathering out the current units. We're pushing here slowly. You are retreating for some reason. Don't know what happened there. You are just standing here. Please help here. Where we're losing somehow. That's interesting. We've actually got slightly more divisions than there is combat width right now. I don't know how that works. He has become a Panzer leader. Oh, so good. No, that's not my guy, is it? No, that's not my guy. I am the sad. Okay. I think we've probably been producing motorized long enough now that we can afford... No, because the logistics company needs them. Oh, I'm going to start training up tanks. And that's going to be, I think, motorized is a problem, yeah. And while we're doing that, we're going to grab the last of the infantry 2 guys that have the light tank on them, which will be you. And we're just going to switch them over. Nope. We're just going to switch them over to our main units. We don't have any meeting tanks for these guys. I don't think they'll lose the light tank straight away, so it's okay. And we're winning this war well enough that it's not going to worry me to get a little bit of an efficiency boost. We have lost a bit of manpower. That's somewhat inevitable. And we'll just delete this template. Yeah, that's fine. What would taking this off do? Our organisation would go up to 46. What if we did things this way? What's our organisation? 40. And our soft attack will go up, and our armour goes up. What goes down is our HP. Our suppression goes down a little. We don't care about suppression. Our recovery rate goes down, but I don't care too much about that. Our organisation actually goes down a little bit, down to 40, but 40 is fine for me. So I think we do make this change. And yeah. So we won't have support artillery with these guys, just to keep... We may even end up getting rid of the recon company at some point, depending on the armour. We need to always keep our armour above the majority of the enemy units. Such a nice... It's so nice to have that bonus. Ludicrously so. What else we got? Bulgaria, are you going legionary yet? No. They would join a faction with us if world tension was higher. Okay. So we'll keep an eye on that. We'll get them in our faction as soon as we can. Once world tension hits 100%, straight away we ask them to join. Or if they become legionary Bulgaria. And they'll be part of the... well, it looks like it's going to be Byzantine Empire restored soon. Although I'm probably going to go with Roman borders. Or some such, something about the Roman borders. We're losing here. District 2. Fire fighting that, we don't do that. We will do encryption. Which is going to help us. What are we missing out on? Steel. Grab it from the US. It'll be a long time before we're at war with the US. The big thing with the war with the Allies is that, and we're not going to have a lot of control over this, and it's going to depend on some other factors. So the big problem is going to be that taking Japan's going to be a pain in the ass, essentially. We're not going to be able to get any units out here. We're not going to be able to do a naval invasion, effectively, which means that they're probably going to be able to bring the Americans into the war. We will pick up him. We're doing fine on manpower. In terms of losses in this war, we've lost 50k, they've lost like 139k. They're very much losing more than us, and things are only going to get worse for them. Especially once we take this. If we can sneak in and grab Istanbul, that will destroy their supply up here, and they'll die. I don't know that we're going to be able to, though. If we can, it'll be because we've got naval units who I'm going to pop up. Italy's part of the Axis. France bans communism. Molotov, the Pact. Not yet. We really need to join in. Italy wants volunteers. Sure, help me out. At this point, I want higher. Okay, we got extra research slot, and we can get the extra research slot. That's really nice. Factories. You need a certain amount of factories. We obviously have them now. This extra one is going to only ever be doing land doctrine. So we don't have any of these. So let's go with this. Because we're using line artillery, not... Okay, so 2 of them, they're mountaineers. If this guy helps, they should start winning this combat. The combat width is large enough, yeah. Yep. Hopefully they get pushed this way. If they retreat out this way, we're going to be able to march straight on Istanbul. In fact, I'm going to tell these 3 units to go straight to Istanbul. Or Constantinople, as I will call it in the new Byzantium Empire. Pity you can't move your capital. Even with one of those units retreating away, that bonus is just going to slaughter them. Their organisation is dropping really quickly. Italy's gotten here. They're reinforcing, but eventually we'll take it. Especially once we... Oh, we're losing. Somehow. Possibly that will change depending on tactics. How are you going, bud? Are you... He's level 2, which is nice. These guys are getting closer and closer to being done. Motorized and training is the main block now. I'm just going to bump that up. We do want a bunch of light tanks running around. Light tanks are just really good to manually control in a war. You can do a lot effectively with them. We do have one of these units here, but they've got so they've got a lot of divisions here. That's the reason we can't get through. You guys, please help. Please help them. There's a river crossing there, which is sucky, but actually don't, because we're going to lose this if you do that. Oh, maybe we won't. You start hitting him. Losing? Ludicrous. There's no way we'll lose that. It says we're losing it, we won't. I cannot foresee a universe in which we lose this fight. They've just got nothing. And we've got better everything. They've got better defense, but like, that doesn't matter that much. Because defense is only the chance to evade an attack. It's not actually evading an attack. Unless they get to roll twice. I wonder if they get to roll twice. That might be the difference. Okay, stop trying to do that. We're not focused on that side. Okay, they have decided to... Oh, but they have left this weaker than they should have. Okay, decryption. At this point, we're going to start picking up extra infantry. We've got high resistance to occupation. That'll disappear as soon as this war ends, when we take all of their land. Hey guys, are you legionary yet? No. We need to catch them at the right time. Or we need to make a faction with someone who is fascist already. Hey, Venezuela. No. They don't want to. Pity. And we're pushing them out of up here. We need to leave here so that they don't reinforce that much. Like, we much prefer to get this slot. In fact, you guys, stop attacking up there, please. Stop. Are you not? Why are you not halting? Stop it. Oh, because I can't control you. It's Italy attacking, bastards. Okay, we picked up that. It is too early for any of that. We don't need that. We will pick up improved artillery. Now, if we look at our combats here, no, we don't get the cipher bonus yet. Okay, they're screwed. As long as they don't take this back, they're all dead. That's 10, 12, freaking hell. That's 15 units of theirs that have just died. If we look at their losses now, they've lost 210k. If we look at it once these units disappear, it's going to spike. Because they're all going to get overrun. Hey, get them. And then add yourselves to this line. 61%. We got free military factories. I think we... Oh, Christ. Okay. World War II is very close to starting. I really hope that we need to deal with this before Turkey joins one of the factions. 76%. Hey, Bulgaria. The second world tension hits 100%. We've got to snipe them up because they're going to try and join the Axis. Now we've got that, we'll pick up Doctrine Effort 2. We've got research slot available. That research slot is going to be dedicated to researching medium tanks. You guys get on here. If we look at their losses now, they lost 30k people. Look at Spain's are next. Okay, the world tension's really starting to spike. The worst possible outcome would be for Turkey to join the Allies. That would make things untenable. It would mean we'd have to ally with the fascists and somehow try to take out England, and that's not a good prospect with us. We'd have to really rush to get France. We would have to be the ones to take Paris for that to work out effectively. We may be able to, but I'd much prefer to be fighting the Axis in the next war. Okay. Those are nearly done. That's popping away. Just add it straight to this line. We've got Field Hospital 2, extra trickleback, less EXP loss. We've got 50% on that. I don't think we do it. I think we go for the other infantry equipment. And I think with that, I'll see you on the other side, guys. I'll see you on the other side.